in the hidden strength of her omnipotent will. Well, her will is omnipotent will because she is the divine consciousness force. She is the divine consciousness force, you see. And she has get back that thing here. It is by her will that the creation has come from the utter void to this mortal, to this spiritual man, and it has to go further on. Driven by her breath across life's tossing deep, again the image of the sea, tossing deep, heaving, jumping up and all that thing, driven by her breath across life, tossing deep, through the thunderous roar and through the windless hurl, through the thunderous roar and through the windless hurl. What a line! Through the thunder, that is an anabest. Through the thunder, us roar, I am, and through a Pyrrhic, and then I am, and I am. Through the thunderous roar and through the windless hurl. And what a beautiful line this one is, practically monosyllabic line. The force of the thunder is there in that line. The thunder is there, that force is there. See. The sound itself tells you the strength of the whole operation. Through the thunderous roar and through the windless. See that under windless. See that kind of enhance this effect of sound and D. Through the thunderous roar and through the windless hum, through fog and mist where nothing more is seen. Well, because you are seeing with the mental vision only, with the mortal eyes only you see. He carries her sealed orders in his breast. Well, she has commanded him and she is obeying. He is carrying on. He carries her sealed orders in his breast. What order is there? Perhaps he also does not know. He is not able to read her book and proceed along with that thing. But he knows that whatever is her plan is for his good, you see. He knows that, you see. He carries her sealed order in his. Again, I am her sealed anapis. I am sorry, her carries Pyrrhic. Then sealed order, Sponti. Her Pyrrhic, his breast, and I am. So you have got here a Sponti here. Sealed order. He carries the sealed orders in his breast. Late will he know, opening the mystic script. Yeah. When that divine vision comes to him, that divine understanding comes to him, he will know what was all this for. Until then he carries her own order. Whether to a blank port in the unseen he goes, or unto the fiat, discover a new mind and body in the city of God, and enshrine the immortal in his glorious house, and make the finite one infinity. What a powerful thing this is. Whether to a blind port in the unseen, that nothing is going to happen, that this creation is a futile creation. Whether it is going to be that, or and with her fiat, with her will, with her purpose, with her intention to discover a new world. Means he is obliged to discover a new world and body in the city of God. Discover a new world and body in the city of God. And enshrine, not only discover, and enshrine the immortal in his glorious house. The whole thing has now become bright, luminous, supramental in that house to enshrine her and make the finite one with infinity. Whether he is going to disappear into the blank unseen, or whether he is going to create a new world and establish that new world here, that thing at the moment he does not know. Actually, he goes on with the fiat to discover, and with the fiat to discover a new mind and body in the city of God. Heavenly city, Satpuri, Puri, Satpuri, of the divine truth of light, you see. Satpuri, you see. Whether in that he is going to discover a new world, new mind and body. This mind is going to change, body is going to change. The city of God, of course, city of God is a Christian phrase, but the whole the connotation here is a spiritual, supramental connotation. Now, actually, whether he is going to discover, that is the question mark put here at the moment. Whether he goes and discovers, that is the question. But later on, in Book 3, Canto 3, the House of the Spirit, Ashwapati is going to discover a new world, a new creation. Not only he is going to discover, he is going to establish there a new world and new creation. In the transcendent, in the House of the Spirit, he is going to establish Satpuri, Divyapuri, Devyapuri, whatever you want to call it, you see. In the house of the creation there, that is what he has done there. And that house, for the immortals, glory to house and make the finite one with infinite. So, in fact, this whole thing here is the Arvindonian vision of the future. The Arvindonian vision of the future is what we have got here. Whereas, whether to a blank port in the unseen he goes, that is a classical spirituality of India. Classical, old. Moksha, liberty, freedom. Go away from this mithya world. That had been the goal. Now, whether he is going to do that kind of a thing, that this whole world is a mithya world, is a false world, is a hallucinatory world, forget about it and go and live there. Or, no, this world also has a divine content in it. Bring out that divine content in its full potentiality. Discover a new mind and body and establish the divine himself here. So, these are the two alternatives. In fact, as far as Ashwapati is concerned, as far as the divine soul is concerned, as far as the order, the seal, the will of the great mother is there. What is the will of the great mother, of the mighty mother, of the consciousness pool? What is her will? To establish divine manifestation here. That is fixed. So, unless you identify yourself with her, you cannot really go to that point, you see. In other words, the past spirituality had missed its identification with a consciousness force which can bring about this transformative change. This transformative miracle, she alone can work out, you see. That was missed by the past spirituality. Perhaps it was too early in those days, and therefore it had its own place to do. And across the salt waste, the endless year, across the salt waste, that is water, sea water, salty, you see. Waste, because nothing grows there. Fish may spring up, but nothing grows in salt water, you see. Across the salt water of the endless year, her ocean winds impel his errant boat. Well, this is what has happened. Her ocean winds, they are the driving force. They are pushing him forward. His errant boat, the boat will go like this, go like that, in different manner. Does not know whether it's taking the right course. The cosmic water splashing as it goes. So, the boat is moving and the water is splashing. A rumor around him and danger and a call. Rumor, here of course means noise, sound, noise. And around him and danger, obviously, because he is an errant boat. So there is a danger for that. And a call. At the same time, there is a call to the boat. Yes, move on. Always he follows inner forces wake. Always he follows inner forces wake. What a wonderful line this one. Always he follows inner forces wake. he is safe. There is a danger. There is noise and sound and all that thing here. There is splashing and all that thing. But in spite of that, there is a kind of a safety because he is going to follow in the wake of her force. He is going to follow in the wake of his force. You see. Now, this is, see, follow and wake. Wake means the boat is moving and the water which is left behind, that is called the wake. As the sailing is on. In fact, it happens in the case of the car is moving swiftly, but the wind is kept up in a certain kind of manner as a trail behind it. That is the wake, you see. So, the wake is behind and he follows that wake. You see, wake is behind. But wake of what? Her forces wake. Her force is moving forward. And in the wake of that force, he is pushing his boat, you see. His boat is moving that way. Always he follows in her forces wake. Therefore, because he follows in her forces wake, he is safe also in spite of the danger and other things there, you see. There may be pirates, there may be storm, there may be, you will be crocodiles to topple the whole thing or whatnot, or the rocks under the sea. He sails through life and death and other life. So it is not only, so this ocean is a difficult kind of an ocean. He sails, a power is on him from her occult force. Yeah, she is in fact governing the entire course of his progress. He is a pilgrim, he is a traveler, he is the voyager. But his pilgrim's march is by a kind of an attractive force from the beyond. The pilgrim moves on because he sees a temple there, a holy shrine, and it is that which kind of drives the pilgrim forward. Here, she is the one who is pushing over. A power is on him from her occult force that ties him to his own creation's fate, that ties him to his own creation's fate. Well, you see, fate etymologically also means path. It is the soul which has its own fate. Each soul has its own fate, and it is that fate of the soul which works out its own path under the influence of all kinds of conflicting forces. The soul has its own path, its own objective, and it is that which constitutes fate. It is that under the influence of contradictory forces, the soul is still moving forward. So the creation's fate is in him. And never can a mighty traveler rest, and never can the mystic voice cease till the nation dust is lifted from man's soul. So man's soul is the thing, which determines the fate. It may be working under conflicting circumstances, but still the soul is working on. And the bonds of God have overtaken his night. Well, that is the paraphrase of the same thing earlier. And never can the mystic voice, this is a mystic voice. This is more than a pilgrim's progress. Pilgrim's progress, his objective, the shrine, the temple is fixed. But it is a temple which grows and grows and grows, expands, should say, goes on continuously. Therefore, it is mystic voice. So the whole journey, the whole description of this section, as I said, is the description of a sailor on the seas of time, you see. Till the nation dusk is lifted from man's soul. Well, that is the whole objective. That voyage must continue, that pilgrim march must go on till that dusk goes away. And the morns of God have overtaken his night. Morns of God, the arrival of the supramental light